How quickly can you see results when you start working out? I was recently asked this question, and in this video I'm going to walk you through what my views are in terms of the speed at which you can get results when you start exercising. If you haven't yet subscribed to my channel, please do so and hit the bell to be notified when I post a new video every Tuesday. So how long is a piece of string? How long is it going to take for you to get results when you start exercising? Well, there are three factors really that need answering when answering that particular question. The first one is it really depends on what your goal is. Is that a weight loss goal? Is it, are you planning on running a marathon? Are you planning on toning up? What is your actual goal? Secondly, how much time are you prepared to commit in achieving that goal? Because obviously the more time you put in, the quicker you're going to see results. And thirdly, how committed are you to actually achieving this particular goal and getting those results? Depending on how committed you are, depends on how consistent you're going to be. So let's look at the first one, the goal. What is the goal? And let's take, for example, a weight loss goal. So if you're trying to lose weight, you are exercising, but you're also looking at your diet. You're having to perhaps change a little bit in the way that you're eating, you're moving your body a little bit more. And initially you may seem to be getting results. You're seeing the changes happen because if you've gone from being sedentary and eating all the wrong things, then obviously any changes that you're making, you're going to see those changes. You're going to see the results. You're going to see the weight coming off. You're going to start feeling a little bit better and noticing it. However, there will come a point possibly where you start to plateau, where you're not seeing it, the weight come off as quickly as you would like. And so when that happens, a lot of the time people give up, they quit, they say, I can't do it, it's not working, and or they're not as consistent as they were, and possibly don't appreciate the other factors that go into weight loss when it comes to trying to lose weight in your 40s and beyond. So in terms of your goal, it's all about getting the right balance and having a really good understanding of you and your body and your age and what can help you achieve that goal. So it's not just a case of saying, I'm going to achieve X. It's about having the knowledge of how to do that. It's also about having the support behind you when you feel like quitting, when things are not going your way, when you're having a bad day, when you've not worked out for a couple of days because you've just got out of the habit of doing it, or you're not enjoying it, or you're tired. Is having that person there that can say, no, you can do it. Just put that to one side and stick with the goal. Just keep moving forwards. And consistency with workouts, I'm going to come on to talk about, but once you've decided on your goal, you need to park that. You need to just forget about the goal as such and focus on what are the things that I need to be doing on a daily basis to keep me moving forwards. And that will of course include exercise. It will of course include eating the right foods, but you also need to think about your sleep and your stress levels. You can be doing all the right things, but if your stress levels are through the roof, it's completely counterproductive when it comes to weight loss. So is finding what works for you. It is, it's not a linear path. It's not as easy for anyone to say to you, you need to do X, Y, Z, and you'll go from here to here. You're learning all the time along the way. So the more you can learn about your body, the more you can learn about your habits and how much sleep you're getting, what's happening with your stress levels, how to bring those stress levels down and stay consistent with the habits, the new habits that you're trying to create, you're going to keep seeing results. So that first one, make sure you have a goal, make sure you know how to break down that goal so that you're working on new habits every single day and start to learn as much as you can about you and your body and what areas you need to focus on, because it is never as simple as just working out and eating well. There are other factors at play. Secondly, The second one, how much time are you prepared to commit to doing this? So the more time you put in, the more exercise you do, the more time you spend preparing food, the more time you sleep at night, the more time you take time out of your day to relax, meditate, whatever it is that helps you to calm things down, the quicker you're going to see the results. So it all needs to be in balance. It is a balancing act, but finding the goal and then making sure, well, look, how much time realistically can I spend doing this? And so many women are really, really busy. They don't have the time to commit to doing 3-4 hours a week, 3-hour-long sessions a week at the gym, running, whatever it may be. They just simply don't have the time. So if you are time poor, it's far better to decide on working out for 10 to 15 minutes every single day than it is finding an excuse to avoid doing the 1 hour of exercise. Because not only are you crowbarring that into your schedule, if you're not feeling like exercising, the idea of doing a 1 hour workout compared to 10 to 15 minutes is vastly different. So if you're lacking in energy, if you're lacking in some confidence at the moment, then you don't need to do an hour at a time. You can do 10 to 15 minutes. If you are doing that on a daily basis and you're consistent with it, you will get results. And the great thing about that is that once you start to incorporate that 10 to 15 minutes into your day and you start enjoying it and you're getting the results, you're going to want to spend longer doing it. So then you can start shifting things around a little bit and spending a little bit more time moving your body. So to begin with, keep it simple and start with a 10 to 15 minute workout on a daily basis, because we can all make 10 to 15 minutes. We can all do that. We can find that time, we can commit to doing that workout, and then we're going to be consistent, which is the third thing that I'm going to talk about. Consistency is key. It's absolutely key. So if you work out for 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and you're really going for it and you're doing 3 hours a week, you're doing separate sessions for an hour at a time, and then but you're not enjoying it, you're struggling, you skip one because work got busy, then you've done 2, then you have only done 1 because something else happened and one of the kids got sick. You're doing 1 hour a week. You're down to exercising once a week. And if that happens, there's then the temptation to say, well, there's no point if I'm just doing it once a week because I'm never going to see any difference. So that's when the consistency starts to go, because you're trying to do something that wasn't necessarily sustainable for you in the first place, because a 1 hour workout was just too much. And there were too many moving parts in your life that meant eventually one of those sessions was going to not be available to you. So the consistency works better if you decide, I am going to move my body on a daily basis. That might be a specific 10 to 15 minute workout. That might be a walk. That might be cycling. It might be, instead of commuting in the car, you decide to walk or park earlier and then walk the rest of the way. It might be up and down the stairs several times. It might be each time I go to the bathroom, I'm going to do 10 press-ups. Not necessarily in the bathroom, but that will be the trigger for you to then do some press-ups. Whatever it is that feels manageable and doable to you each day, do something, even if it's just for 2 minutes, because you're then sending the message to your body, this is important to me, I am going to move you, I'm going to move you on a daily basis, and you're going to thank me for it. And I'm going to keep doing that because I can. There is no excuse for me not to hold a plank for 1 minute, for example. When you start to do that and you're carving out that time for yourself, then it becomes easier to bring that to 10 minutes, to 15 minutes, and so on. So the consistency is so much more manageable when you're doing short, tiny pockets of exercise throughout your day. So look at your goal. Make sure that goal is realistic. Park that goal to one side and focus on what daily habits can I create with my exercise, my healthy eating, my sleep, and my stress levels to ensure that I have balance in my life and that everything is pointing in the right direction. How committed am I to doing this? How much time am I going to spend on a daily basis doing it? And it's a good idea to make that decision and then schedule it into your day if you can. And number 3, how consistent can I be with the time that I've set aside? If you say, okay, I've decided I'm going to do X, am I really going to be consistent doing that? Is that realistic for me? Because consistency is the key part of this. So if it isn't, you need to drop it back, make it into a doable plan for you, and then you're going to get that consistency. And if you have those 3 factors in place, you are going to get results. You're going to see changes. You're going to start feeling great. If you start measuring the changes right from the outset, you will see them. If you're taking photographs or taking your measurements, whatever it is that you're doing, then it becomes motivating in itself because you're seeing that happen, and it will really push you forwards into continuing with that. And it takes time. There is no quick fix when it comes to health and fitness goals. There really, really isn't. So be kind to yourself, be patient, and you absolutely will get there. The best advice I can give you is to step into the identity of the person you want to become. So if you fast forward into the future and you look at the person that you want to be at that point in time, ask yourself, what are they doing on a consistent basis that is allowing them to have this goal, to achieve this, and to maintain it, importantly? What is it that they're doing? And then I'm going to start doing that right now. I'm going to start applying those strategies. I'm going to change up my habits, and I'm going to hold that identity in the here and now. It's not just for the future. I am going to hold that right now. And as I said, keep it simple. Keep it really simple, because if you push too hard, it can have a counterproductive effect. You have seen those people who really, really push. They might be trying to lose weight in order to go on holiday, and they push and they push and they push. And they've worked out really hard all week. And when it gets to the weekend, they say to themselves, I have worked so hard this week. I have done this, I've deprived myself, I've pushed my body. So I deserve to have a treat. I deserve to have this beer or this wine. I deserve to eat the cake because I've worked really, really hard. And that unwinds to some extent the work that they have put in, because they feel deserving of it. If you can keep your exercise and the changes in your habits simple and small, you don't then have that sense of, I deserve to do, indulge in this thing. You can be having small treats during the week. Rather than having that all or nothing approach, keep it simple and take on that identity. And when you have that identity, you're less likely to want to actually go forwards with, those moments of indulging and things that then make you feel, just make you feel frustrated with yourself because you were getting results and then you feel like you've gone backwards a little bit and then you're going forwards and backwards. And it's a bit yo-yo, it's a bit forwards and backwards. So keep it simple so that you can develop habits that can weave themselves into your current lifestyle and make those, incremental changes to achieve your goals. As I said, there is no quick fix. But if you have enjoyed this video, if you found it helpful, please do comment below and like the video and share it with your friends. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel so that you can be notified of new videos that I post each Tuesday. And I would love to hear what your goals are and how you plan to be consistent in achieving them.